You have to admire the Prince of Wales, Prince William. Should I say His Royal Highness, the Prince of Wales, Prince William, he'd be telling me off, because he does get things done. But this particular latest project could be one of the most dangerous things that he's ever undertaken. I'm not talking about the physicality sense, but literally for his reputation. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. Nice to see you as ever. Thank you so much for taking the time out. It's good evening wherever you are. I shouldn't really say good morning, should I? I should just say hello. It's nice to have your company. But when you're working breakfast telly for years, you just get, that's the thing. I know, you have to wish everybody good morning. It's like if you ever worked in a hotel and you keep holding doors back for people years after you've left. You could be there 20 minutes in Marks and Spencer's. Nothing wrong with being polite, but you're not the doorman, are you? It's habits. What's your bad habit? Well, no, maybe, but no, we better not. Well, I know. A night nurse frappy never suits anybody, does it? That's the problem. It's a little bit like, on a more serious note, this particular topic, with regards, of course, to the Prince of Wales, Prince William. Now, as we know, alongside his wife, he's gone through a very tough year, and also his father, His Majesty the King. It's not been the easiest of years for the Prince of Wales, because what would have started out last Christmas as being something quite normal, it literally took up, didn't it, and shot off and all that sort of stuff. I'm sure, though, that he's been grateful for the support that he's received literally throughout the world, because he's a very well-loved gentleman. I can tell you that. When you see him out and about at events, people are delighted to meet him. But it's this particular project that's going to be very worrying, in fact, because now he's decided to tackle the very thorny topic of homelessness. Now, according to him, he was inspired by his late mother, Diana, Princess of Wales, and that was another sort of thing that was very close to her heart. If you remember, she encouraged both of her boys to start the homeless sleeping out, to see exactly what effects it had on people who literally had to live on the streets. Some say she was very ahead of her time. You just don't know. There she was, of course, shaking hands and hugging people with the terrible HIV disease. She broke ground, and that was part of the job. That's what she saw herself doing. And William clearly is taking a leaf out of her book. He's got a brand new ITV documentary all about, ending homelessness. Now, the bigger issue with this is it's a commendable issue. There's no two ways about it. And he launched it about 18 months ago now, alongside the big Earthshot stuff and everything else. But it's one that literally you could be pulling it apart, because obviously he's looking for investment, for people to get involved, for government money. And what you're going to find with anything like this is, of course, the backlash then comes from the Republican Party, who basically say, well, there you have a 775-room Buckingham Palace currently empty. You could be using that for homelessness. You have many homes yourself within the royal portfolio. That's true. But what William's focusing on in this documentary, and I've seen quite a lot of it now, it's very commendable, and you can see it's very much from the heart. He's trying his best to find out the root cause of why these people end up in the situation they do. Apparently, we're only one paycheck away from all of us being in a very similar situation. And I fully understand exactly what you mean, particularly with the rising costs, and one false step, you can be out of a job through no fault of your own, and then find yourself with your world collapsing. Of course, the bigger problem now is if he doesn't make the results that he claims he's going to in this forthcoming docu-series, well, the problem then is, of course, people will say he's failed. But I would prefer to look at it the other way and say, well, he tried his best, he shone a light on the topic, and more importantly, brought a lot of focus to a situation that not just here in London, but across the United Kingdom, across the world, homelessness is on the rise. And the other side of the coin, which I hope he's going to touch on, is the fact that, well, homelessness to a lot of British-born subjects over here remains terrible. Many of the migrants, though, live in 4- and 5-star hotels. And I think if he doesn't touch on that topic, people will be rightly very annoyed. It's going to be interesting how this plays out. But I'd love to know what you think to this particular movement that Prince William's gone down. Is it a right or a wrong movement? And more importantly, will it backfire? I'd love to know your thoughts. Neil Sean, Whitehall, London.